Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts first on the Walking Dead Season 6 theme, as well as we'll be going over some sort of Q&A questions, going to be giving my thoughts on some viewer predictions. Okay, great. So I want to thank you guys for sending me your predictions. I did my predictions video yesterday where I went over a lot of things and we got into some in-depth picture-in-picture about, certain things from the trailer and did some predictions based on that. So I mentioned in that video that I really liked the theme song for The Walking Dead Season 6. And I do, man. It's really, really cool. I'll put the link in the description if you guys haven't listened to it. I think you should. Listen to it all the way through. It's about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. It's called Arsonist Lullaby by Hozier. I believe that's how you say the artist's name. I've never heard of him before. Arsonist Lullaby. But it's just it's a good song, first of all. And then second of all, I really like the way it kind of fits with this trailer. Now, each season we kind of get a different theme. Probably my favorite so far would be Serpents by Chelsea Wolfe, which was season 4, which I really like Serpents. I listen to that song. I sometimes like to download themes from, The Walking Dead. Like I listened to Somewhat Damaged probably 1,000 times, even though before The Walking Dead I had never listened to it. One of my favorites from The Walking Dead, 9 Inch Nails. I do like 9 Inch Nails, though. It's just one of those I never checked out until it was in a Walking Dead episode. So it kind of it ties it in. It's like not just a song by itself, but when you see it in the trailer or when you see it there and it fits with The Walking Dead, it's really cool. So Arsonist Lullaby, so let's go over some of the lyrics. It says, when I was a child, I heard voices. Some would sing and some would scream. You soon find you have few choices. I learned the voices died with me. Really cool. So I almost think like when I read this, when I was a child, I heard voices. Some would sing and some would scream. You soon find you have few choices. I learned the voices died with me. And to me, it just sounds like Carl. Like it sounds like, who does this theme refer to the most? I would think it would refer to Carl because he's still kind of a child. No, I mean, not really. He's like a teenager now, obviously. But, a lot of us would refer to that as kind of a child. He's one of the youngest characters in the series that we have, unless you count Judith and that, but she's still just a baby. I heard voices, some would sing and some would scream. It's like, he goes to Alexandria, he talks about, the characters being weak and how some, are happy all the time and like everything's cool behind their walls and they think they're all fine and everything. Some would scream, kind of feels like no way out, like when, all the zombies come in, that's what you're gonna hear. You soon find you have a few choices. I learned the voices died with me. And obviously, as he's growing up, he's going to see lots and lots of death. Anyway, for some reason for me, when I read the lyrics to this, I just really... and like another one later says, when I was 16, my senses fooled me. I thought gasoline was on my clothes. I knew that something would always rule me. I knew the scent was mine alone. Cool. So check it out for you guys. Write in the comments below what you think. Obviously the artist, I'm sure, didn't know it was going to be used for The Walking Dead, so he'll have his own meaning behind it, obviously. But just kind of, how it fits into the series and why you think they chose it for The Walking Dead Season 6. It just sounds a lot like, from Carl's perspective to me, it sounds like it relates most to Carl. So very cool, though, and I am excited to see what they do with that and whether or not the No Way Out storyline goes through. We talked about it many times. So yeah, there's my thoughts on that. You guys can kind of finish that thought. I think at this point you know what I mean by that. So really cool. So I like the theme. It's probably my second favorite for a season theme, not counting Wye Oak Civilian because that's my favorite Walking Dead theme song. But, for an episode. But for like a trailer, this one would be probably my second favorite to Serpents. I do like it quite a bit. And I think Chelsea Wolfe, I think she did the one for Fear the Walking Dead for season 1. But anyway, that's a different topic. But yeah, I think that's the song they used for that trailer is also one from her. So that's cool. So there's my thoughts on the theme. Really like it a lot. Let's get into some viewer predictions from you guys. Okay, so first one, I really like this one a lot. This is from CO91 Dia Bullock, and here she says, hi Trev, your thoughts on this, The Walking Dead trailer point of view topic. He thinks, or she thinks, the survivors are going to build another wall outside the gates. A herd arrives, they try to lead it away with a car towards the quarry to make them fall off the edge. Things go bad. The wolves attack Alexandria in small groups, jumping off the wall while Rick and company are away. Gunshots from home ruin their plan at the quarry, attracting the herd back to Alexandria. I do like that. I really like that a lot because I think it's pretty plain to see that we're going to see something happen with, direction. Like you have the street sign shown and the walkers going in one direction, and we do see some kind of barricade on the outside. Like there's the RV, there's a shot where you have the walkers coming in the street, and you have like an RV, and then you have some other stuff. So I think you're right with that. I do think that's a good prediction, and I do think they're going to do that. They're going to try to barricade it off and try to route them differently. You see Rick, he's shooting in one spot. So it does seem like they're trying to steer them away, so to speak, which is something we've seen them do in the Walking Dead comic book series very effectively as of late, which is to scout oncoming herds coming and try to steer them away from your position. But yes, if he's doing that, and because it seems like Morgan is talking to someone at Alexandria and talking about the life they chose and them, get out of here and never come back, it doesn't seem like he's talking to Rick. So it could be, if Rick and the others have kind of gone off, the wolves could attack in the meantime, and then Morgan would have to help defend. And there's a shot of him hitting some guy, African American male, don't know who he is, what his name is, or anything, with the staff. And he doesn't look like a zombie, at least from this part of his face. He looks alive, so it looks like Morgan might be fighting some of the wolves. So I do like that idea, and I do think it makes sense that, and I talked about this in my predictions, that Rick would kind of be off doing something else, either training or trying to steer the herd away. Somehow Ron would get in there with the quarry. I don't know why he would be out helping them steer away unless Rick decided this would be a good thing to train them on, to show them how to do or something. I have no idea. It's hard to say at this point. But I do like your prediction, because I do think they are building some kind of barrier or something, and Rick is shooting up to try and make them go in a certain direction. Unless he's shooting from inside Alexandria, trying to make them go away from it somehow, to the backside, away from the gates or something. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I do like that prediction. I think that's a good one, man. Good call. Because I think we're going to see it mixed in. Like I don't think it's going to be exclusive. Like we're going to see just the wolves in the premiere, and then the zombies after. Like I think they'll be happening at the same time. You'll be having the wolves come. You'll be having this huge herd that's in the vicinity, maybe due to some kind of training or something, with some noise and causing them all to come, and then Rick running, and all this craziness, kind of chaos happening. It would make for a really good premiere. So I think that's what we're going to see. But I don't think the No Way Out thing will be solved right away. I think it's going to take a while, and eventually those zombies somehow, due to gunshots, fighting or something, this plan is not going to work, and they're going to find themselves into Alexandria somehow, or at least close by. Based on Jesse being inside with the gun, though, it looks like that would be inside Alexandria, because it looks like a new door, a new house, that kind of thing. It just fits there. Next one's from Nightwing 2_0, and he says, question for your Q&A: Do you think that the way the wolves find Alexandria is from all the gunshots from No Way Out? Would love to hear your thoughts. So the opposite. I think he's saying, like, do you think it'll be the opposite of the comic books, where we'll see the herd come through first and then the wolves will find it? I don't think so. I think they're going to kind of be mixed in with each other, and they're going to kind of do them both together. So we'll kind of see what's happening with the herd, and then the wolves will attack too, and that type of thing. Because why would Morgan be answering the gate if that's what's happening versus Rick? You normally would think Rick would be doing it, but if he's away, then Morgan kind of has to step up while he's gone, that kind of thing, right? So I like that idea. Next one's from Stoivy Doy, and he says, hey, Trev, Q&A. Greg Nicotero said at the Comic-Con panel that in the premiere episode of Season 6, there will be more walkers than they've ever had in a single episode. So exciting, right? Do you think this means we're going to see No Way Out begin in the premiere, or do you think we will be introduced to the herd at the end of the episode or something? Also been subscribed for years. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I remember you, man. I remember you've been here for a long time, so thanks for your support, man. Thanks for you sticking around. Yeah, I'm here. As long as YouTube lets me continue to do what I'm doing, I'll be here. That's a lock. So thank you guys for your support and sticking with the channel. Okay, so yeah, I think we're going to see the herd, but I don't think at the end of the episode they're going to be inside the safe zone. You know what I mean? Like everything destroyed down. But then again, it's an extended episode, right? So I would think that it'll probably be something like that. Maybe we'll see them coming towards it, or just see them come in at the very end, or something like that. But they could really get a few episodes out of it. So we'll have to see how much they kind of want to cram into the start, or kind of stretch it. Because like last season, I felt like with season 5, they had a lot of stuff in the premiere and it was super fast. And then I felt like after a few episodes they were trying to stretch the rest, you know. So they start off with a bang with Terminus and that, and then the first 3, and then after that I felt like they were stretching. You know what I mean? They were stretching some episodes a little bit. So maybe we'll see that again. Maybe they'll cram a lot of stuff into the premiere and then we'll see them stretch. I just prefer, and I think it'd be smarter if they kind of stretched it a bit and took No Way Out and made that into a few episodes. Because it should be, you know, it should be at least a few episodes, I would say. Yeah, but the end of the premiere is a good bet that we'll see the herd somehow, somewhere coming in or close by. Yeah. Something of the sort. Maybe crammed at the gates, but not quite broken into the inside of Alexandria yet. Something like that. Next one's from Dylan, the Irish guy, and he says, "Hey Trev, question for Q&A. Do you think there could be 2 No Way Out storylines? What I mean is, firstly, a herd of walkers attacking Alexandria, then the wolves attack with their walker army, or vice versa. What are your thoughts?" Yeah, I think you're right, because we did see in some production shots that the wolves have their own kind of zombie army. It's not as big as the one we see in the trailer, but it's pretty good size. So I think you're kind of right about that, what you mean, Dylan, where we're going to see at least a couple, you know, huge hordes or herds of zombies, one related to the wolves and then one other one independent. That's what it seems like to me anyway. So let's see what we're doing for time. Okay, we'll do like 1 or 2 more. So we'll just do 2 more. Hey, Trev, I want to thank you for making my favorite shows, The Walking Dead and God, even more enjoyable with your reviews and videos such as this one. I love watching the newest episode of The Walking Dead and then rushing to my subscriptions to find your review on it and your thoughts and opinions on that episode. Can't wait for Season 6 and the videos that you are going to make on it. This is from Cameron Stone. So, yeah, thanks a lot, Cameron, man. You've been great support and everything. And, I try to make it, you know, more enjoyable for you guys. I think it kind of adds on to it when you have, you know, like with the channel, what I do. You know, if somebody likes to watch the videos, I think it can kind of add on to the series, make it even more enjoyable. And I've had some people message me, I should have grabbed a few of the messages, but to say that they watch my Game of Thrones videos, and because of me, they started watching Walking Dead. And I was like, oh man, that's so awesome, you know, or they watch other comic book related stuff or other videos I do. And then as they saw, you know, me doing a lot of Walking Dead stuff, they decided to check it out. And next thing you knew, they watched all seasons in like a month or something. Vice versa for Game of Thrones. Same is true for that. I tell people to watch that and they go through it, they watch the whole thing. So that's a great feeling to know that, you know, the channel could help somebody check out Walking Dead if they've never seen it, or check out Game of Thrones if they've never seen it, and then after they see the whole thing, they're just really happy because, you know, they had no idea there was a series like these 2 series are so amazing out there, and then once they gave them a shot, they realized what they were missing, so that's pretty cool. And next one's from XX. This will be the last one. 1286XX. And here she says, if you could live in the Walking Dead universe, would you? No, of course not. You know, I mean, I like watching it, you know, and I love analyzing it, thinking, what would you do? Maybe if it was like a video game, like I could just step in for like maybe, you know, I don't know, like a week or something or a couple days and experience it, and then step out and get back to regular life. But if I had to choose, would I want to see the whole world go to a zombie apocalypse? No way, you know, because then who would watch my YouTube videos? Zombies, you know? Like, there'd just be, you know, not only that, but just, you know, we all add to each other's lives. Like, think about it if there was just nobody out. Like, think about if you were in the Walking Dead universe, zombie apocalypse. There'd be, like, no TV. There'd be, like, no movies. There'd be no Walking Dead TV show. There'd be no Game of Thrones. There'd be no video games. There'd be no music. There'd be no, like, it'd all be old stuff, but there'd be nothing new coming out. You wouldn't be able to go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac. You wouldn't be able to order pizza. You wouldn't be able to, you know, like, think about all the services we offer to each other. Even though the one cool thing is that in terms of land, you could just go anywhere and live anywhere, but you wouldn't have any services. You would eventually electricity, you know, pretty soon, and that would just suck, man. So definitely, I'm happy with the universe that I live in, and I love to watch these things on TV and watch who's going to survive and who's going to die. But I wouldn't necessarily want to be in The Walking Dead and you know, have to fight for survival like that. That said, if you were, I think you'd appreciate life quite a bit if you were in these types of situations, which very few people are, unless you live in certain countries where there's war and stuff like that, which that sucks for sure. But you know, we're kind of spoiled here in North America, that's for sure, and a lot of countries, a lot of first world countries are. So, but yeah, I wouldn't want to live there. No, I wouldn't want to live in the universe. No. So, continue to write your guys' predictions below. I want to hear more thoughts from you guys. You guys, as a whole, are way smarter. You can analyze and conceive and come up with all kinds of things as a whole, way more than I can by myself. You know, I can sit here all day and look at stuff, and I still won't catch things that you guys as a whole will catch. So send me your private messages with your predictions, questions for Q&As this week, and I'll do some more for you guys as soon as I get enough that are good. I felt like these were good questions, so thank you guys for the great questions. And if you like the video, you know what to do. Please thumb it up below. As always, share, favorite, and if you're new, you want to subscribe, bottom left to go ahead and subscribe. Although I'm sure most of you guys are already subscribed. You know, probably most of you. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. We'll see you again really soon. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. See you guys.